Let's do my makeup from last night. Yesterday, my makeup was splendid. Like it was just gorgeous. I tried something new as far as like product placement. I think I found my new base routine, so let's get into it. All right, to fill in the brows, I'm gonna use my Anastasia brow pomade, and this is in the shade Ebony. I like to line the bottom brow first. Now that the bottom brow is filled, I said filled, now that the bottom brow is outlined, I like to fill in the brow first, starting at the tail, and then shape it out. Because sometimes if I shape it before filling it in, it just be too thick at the ends. So I like to fill it in and then shape it. And then I start to fill in the rest of the top brow and then fill in the rest of the brow. Brows are filled in. Now I'm taking my Born This Way concealer, and this is in the shade Caramel. Conceal my eyebrows. And if anybody's wondering, I got this brush. It came in a set off of Shein. I don't even know if these brushes is on the website anymore. Now, I'm just filling in the rest of my eyelid. So that the lid doesn't crease, I'm gonna just take a little bit of powder and just set the lid. Brows are done, let's move to skin prep. So I've been adding like serums and toners to my skin prep lately. Before, I used to just do moisturizer and primer and call it a day, but adding these little extra steps make a difference to your base. Do that first. Then after that, I like to take a serum on top of my toner. It's the e.l.f. Thirst Burst Drops. Now I'm taking my Essence Jelly Grip Under Eye Primer and just putting that right under my eyes. Going in with some moisturizer. I have the bigger one, but I just used this because it came with my Sephora order. And then with primer, the e.l.f. Power Grip. I gotta get another one of these too. And then before I put that foundation on, a little of this Dabber Spray. Before I put on my foundation, I put on the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm, and this is in the shade 8. This stuff is amazing. And I have put it all over my face because I didn't know what type of night it was gonna be. I just put it over the whole face. Then for foundation, I went in with my NARS Longwear Radiance. Before I blend my foundation out, I like to just spread it out so that I can have an even blend. I'm just gonna blend that out with my sponge. If you wanna know where I got this sponge from, I got it from Shein. For bronzer, I used my Juvia's Place liquid bronzer in the shade Warm Pecan. These are all the areas that I put my bronzer, and now I'm just gonna blend those out now. For blush, I used 2 blushes. I used the Juvia's Place Pink Lady, and I used the She Glam Petal Talk. A little of the Juvia's Place first with the She Glam, and I kept it like right on the high points of the cheekbone because I wanted to try like a new blush placement, because I feel like when I bring it all the way under my eyes, it rounds my face out more. Blended the blush and kept it right here. For concealer, I used my Tarte Shape Tape, and this is in the shade Tan Deep Sand, and I put it only under my eyes, just like this. I wanted to try a new concealer placement because I just wasn't digging like the triangle vibe anymore. So I'm like, you know what? Let's see what this is about. And it ate. And just bring that all the way up into my hairline. Before I add my powder, I'm gonna spray some of this Dabber Spray again. To set my under eyes, I'm using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake. Make sure that you blend out all those creases before you put that powder down. Then I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me Pressed Powder in the shade 355 and setting the rest of my face. Then I'm taking my curve case from Made by Mitchell and I mix these two powders together. I take that contour and just put it right up my nose. Blush, I'm using my Juvia's Place Volume 4 and I like to take the light powder first. And I put as much of this down as I want to so I can get it as pink as I need it. And I take the darker one and put it right on top of that. Now I'm gonna bake and use that same powder I used to set. While I'm baking, let's do the lip combo. I used my Morphe Trendsetter pencil. And I used my Morphe Trendsetter pencil. I took my NYX lip matte cream in the shade Cairo. Then I took my Carslin powder to set the lips, and I just set the whole lip. Now I take the Lava Cake and from NYX to outline the lips. In the middle of my lips, added a little bit of my Anastasia Lip Velvet in the shade Kiss. Lip balm from Shein to add some shine. And that is the lip combo. Now let's dust off the bake. A little bit of color to the eyelids. And I'm using this brown right here from my Makeup by Mario. I applied my mascara off camera. I'm gonna add a little of this whitish nude color to my waterline. Oh, my setting sprays, I like to use the powder melt from One Size first. The Huda Beauty Easy Bake. Something I forgot to do yesterday, I forgot to add my finishing powder under my eyes. So before I put my last spray, I'm just gonna add a little bit of my Charlotte Tilbury finishing powder, and this is in the shade medium 2. I'm gonna just put that under my eyes. And then for my last setting spray, my Revolution Super Fix Spray. I goes nowhere without my highlight. This is my Fenty Beauty highlighter. And here is the masterpiece. Tell me that is not fire. Like, tell me that's not fire.